In the heart of ancient Greece, a terrifying creature lurked in the shadows, among the many monsters that haunted the nightmares of the Hellenic world. This one was among the most feared. Many brave warriors set out to slay the beast, yet none ever returned. It was said that her appearance was so horrifying that no one could survive looking at her. Her name was Medusa, but Medusa had not always been a monster. Once, she had been one of the most breathtakingly beautiful women to walk the earth. She was born from the union of two primordial sea deities, Phorcys and Ceto, and unlike her sisters Steno and Euryale, both immortal Gorgons, Medusa was mortal. From a young age, Medusa devoted herself to Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war. She would play with her sisters, often pretending to be Athena while they took on the roles of villains. Alongside them was a boy named Iphicles, Medusa's closest friend. They were inseparable. As Medusa grew older, her beauty became legendary. Her radiance did not go unnoticed, least of all by Iphicles, who soon found himself captivated by her. He confessed his love for her, but Medusa, though she cared for him deeply, had a dream of serving Athena as a priestess, a path that required unwavering devotion and absolute purity. When she came of age, Medusa entered Athena's temple, dedicating herself fully to the goddess. The priestesses were required to lead lives of discipline, purity, and service, mirroring Athena's own unyielding virtue. Medusa excelled in her role. Her grace and devotion attracted countless worshippers, not just for Athena, but for herself. Her beauty was mesmerizing, especially her long flowing hair, which shimmered like spun gold. One admirer foolishly whispered that Medusa's hair was even more beautiful than the goddess's own. From her throne on Mount Olympus, Athena noticed the growing admiration for Medusa. She saw how people were drawn not by their faith, but by the charm of the young priestess. Though displeased, Athena did not blame Medusa, knowing she was only serving to the best of her ability. Meanwhile, Poseidon, god of the sea, observed Athena's unease. The two deities had a long-standing rivalry. Athena had once bested him in a contest to become the patron of a great city, now called Athens, in her honor. Still nursing his grudge, Poseidon saw an opportunity for revenge. He set his sights on Medusa, deciding that through her, he could tarnish Athena's temple and reputation. One day, as Medusa walked by the shore, she heard someone call her name. Emerging from the waves in his full divine splendor, Poseidon appeared before her. He attempted to seduce her, using all the allure of a god. But Medusa, despite his magnificence, remained steadfast in her vows and rejected him. Poseidon was not used to rejection. Enraged, he seized her wrist. Medusa, in an act of defiance, struck him across the face and broke free, running desperately toward Athena's temple, the one place she felt safe. But Poseidon would not be denied. Consumed by desire and fury, he pursued her into the sacred temple. Bravely, Iphicles stepped in to protect his friend, but he was no match for a god. With a single blow, Poseidon sent him crashing to the ground. Medusa, now cornered, pleaded before Athena's statue for protection. But the goddess did not intervene. Poseidon overpowered Medusa, violating her on the very altar of the goddess she had so faithfully served. When he was done, he left, satisfied with his revenge. He had desecrated both Athena's temple and her most devoted priestess. Shattered and humiliated, Medusa collapsed in despair. It was then that Athena appeared, her eyes blazing with fury, not at Poseidon, but at Medusa. "You have disgraced my temple," the goddess thundered. "Your beauty lured men away from the path of virtue. Your vanity made you irresistible. Because of you, my sanctuary has been defiled." Ignoring Medusa's innocence, Athena saw only the dishonor that had befallen her temple. As punishment, she cursed Medusa, transforming her into a terrifying creature. Her once lustrous hair turned into writhing serpents. Her once enchanting gaze became deadly. Anyone who looked into her eyes would be turned to stone. Iphicles, regaining consciousness, rushed to Medusa's side. Though she begged him to stay away, he reached out to comfort her. But the moment their eyes met, his body froze into solid stone. Horrified, Medusa fled, fearing she would bring harm to anyone else. But wherever she went, people recoiled in terror. Whispers of the monstrous Gorgon spread, and soon hunters set out to slay her. None ever returned, each one petrified by her cursed gaze. Seeking refuge, Medusa retreated to an abandoned temple in a desolate land. She lived in solitude, surviving on small animals. Over time, her once human soul faded, and she became the monster people believed her to be. Yet deep inside, a part of her remained true. One day, she stumbled upon an ancient statue of Athena within the ruins of her hideout. Despite everything, she cleaned the temple and continued to worship the goddess. She had lost everything, yet her devotion endured. From Olympus, Athena saw this. She realized that Medusa's faith had never been driven by vanity. She had been loyal, even when no one was watching. For the first time, Athena regretted her cruel punishment. One fateful day, a warrior named Perseus arrived, armed with Athena's mirrored shield. He had been sent on a quest to slay Medusa. Using the shield's reflection, he avoided Medusa's deadly gaze. With one swift strike, he severed her head. From her blood, two extraordinary beings emerged: Chrysaor, the warrior with the golden sword; Pegasus, the magnificent winged horse, a symbol of purity, born from the innocence that had been stolen from Medusa. Perseus presented Medusa's head to Athena, who placed it upon her shield, the Aegis, as both a weapon and a tribute. Many believed this was Athena's final act of punishment, but in truth, it was her way of immortalizing Medusa, ensuring that she would be remembered forever. The once beautiful priestess had become a legend.